I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why.
Real ones know the whole room shift.
When I step with that FBA sauce. I ain't tryna outshine nobody, I'm just shining where I stand. Black American man, I was built to hold my own with a steady hand. Soft voice, hard-earned shine, love deep, move right. When I show up, it's respect, and that love stay bright. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. I walk in, they look twice, cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why.
Real ones know the whole room shift.
When I step with that FBA sauce.
FBA sauce.
FBA sauce.
Yeah.
FBA sauce.
Yeah. FBA, that's the way. Hey, yeah, clean walk, head high, whole room feel that glide. FBA with the stride, got that calm, that pride. Fresh cut, fresh frame, never chase, no the game. Speak slow, move sharp, making room when I step into place. Go green, steady gaze, truth talk, no fake phase. Real love from the queens, cause they see how I carry my days. Stack wins, locked in, storm come, I don't bend. Built from the heat, still cool, that's the kind of man that don't pretend. You can see it when I enter, that quiet kind of power. Every move a little cleaner, every night a little louder. Yeah, FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. I walk in, they look twice, cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why.
Real ones know the whole room shift.
When I step with that FBA sauce.
FBA sauce.
Tailor fit, then them crisp. Sun on skin, wrist lit. No need to holler too hard, my presence do a lot of the lift. Mama taught poison grace, Papa taught stand my ground. I can laugh, I can lead, keep it cool when the pressure come round. Girl say, boy, you smooth when the baseline hit, I don't move. Just that same unbothered look, like I already knew I would. Win the room, from the block to the boardroom. Same soul, same code. Black American man, carry history in the clean ass code. When I enter, that quiet kind of power. Every move a little cleaner, every night a little louder. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. I walk in, they look twice, cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why.
Real ones know the whole room shift.
When I step with that FBA sauce.
FBA sauce.
I ain't tryna outshine nobody, I'm just shining where I stand. Black American man, I was built to hold my own with a steady hand. Soft voice, hard-earned shine, love deep, move right. When I show up, it's respect, and that love stay bright. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why. I walk in, they look twice, cause I got that FBA sauce. FBA, that's the way. FBA, that's why.
Real ones know the whole room shift.
When I step with that FBA sauce.
FBA sauce.
FBA sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. FBA, that's the way. Hey, yeah, yeah. Clean walk, head high. Whole room feel that glide. FBA with the stride. Got that calm, that pride. Fresh cut, fresh frame. Never chase, no the game. Speak slow, move sharp. Making room when I step into place. Go green, steady gaze.
Scott Free is going live.
Let's go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's the kind of
All right, my people. What up? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Scott Free Morning Show. I am your host himself, L. Scott. You see the name on this? No, you don't. People, welcome. Come on in. I'm doing multiple things at once. See, I'm still missing things. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm not trying to hold up progress. It's Friday. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it light today. But no, I'm trying to get everything set up, and I'm running into issues. That's why I'm late again. I know. I digress. I can't do nothing about it. All right, so boom, bap, bing, everything's there. I think that's good. It is what it is. People, welcome back to the show. It's been a minute. I didn't do a show yesterday at all, and so now I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things right now. I'm just knocking over. Hold on, what's up? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just knocking over things. People, you see the title. I got something I want to talk about that inspired that. It's on the screen right now. It's what's that lady? Well, we'll get to it. We ain't gonna jump ahead. Let me slow down. Address the people that's in the room. First thing first, when you come in, definitely go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the share button while you're in there too. Definitely, it just takes a couple of taps on the screen, like boop, boop, boop. For me, just do it. Helps get me out into the algorithm, which is needed. Since I'm a YouTuber and struggle streamer. But on today's episode, we're gonna talk about that and we're gonna just shoot the sugar honey iced tea. If you're from the South, you know what I mean when I say sugar honey iced tea. We're just gonna shoot that because it's Friday and I want to keep things a little lighter this week. For the people who don't know, I do another podcast, and on the other podcast, which I don't even talk racial talk really. It's a wrestling podcast. And on that one, I got a freaking ban. I can use it today after 5 o'clock, but before that they banned me, so I've been watching my mouth all week this week. So I want you guys don't provoke me, please, and thank you. That's all that I ask, and we'll go from there. Okay, all right. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move on from there. So, but yeah, we're gonna get into the main topic and sooner than later. But again, hit the share button, hit the like button for all the regulars that's in here. I appreciate you guys. I'll address you in a minute. Let me get to cooking and warming up so I can figure out what's going on. People, again, for the people who are watching on TikTok, you cannot see what I'm putting on the screen. You have to go over to YouTube. Hold on, let me show you where you go over to. You go over to YouTube here, right? Oh, wrong thing. Sorry. You go over to, where is it at? I don't know where it's at. I lost it all there. All goddamn ready. All right. You go over to YouTube 300 Radio and the number 1, 300, the number 300, then the words radio, and then the number 1, and then you'll pull it up and you'll get to see what's on the screen. That's what I'm trying to say. TikTok, otherwise you have to listen to it, and I'm going to play it for both all the pages that I'm on currently at the time right now. So, but anyways, keep going. This is first things first. First thing I want to play is this is a young lady. Y'all don't know, T.I. and Tiny from Atlanta have been going through it with the, they were suing GM, I think it was, they said, over they stole the likeness of the OMG girls, which was T.I. and Tiny's little girl, LaToya and Lil Wayne little girl, I think at one point, and some other girl. And they stole the likeness and they were suing, and they won a judgment. Now, I forgot how much it's gonna be, but this lady's gonna address it. So I wanna hear, because I thought it was over and done with, but apparently not. So I wanna play this for you guys. Hold on a second. Let me get the cues up. All right, so here we go.
All right, so we are coming with a quick update before I get on the road. Like I said, this was the 4th trial for T.I. and Tiny for punitive damages. A prior jury awarded them $53 million. The MGA's lawyers, the doll company's lawyers, said that that was basically too high, and the judge gave T.I. and Tiny the option to go for a fourth trial with a new jury to decide punitive. The jury just came back and decided that they do not believe that the MGA company infringed on the OMG Girls likeness, and they awarded nothing. So
Hold on. Come over here. Come on, thing. Play right, Bobby. It won't play right. So basically, what I'm hearing and what I'm perceiving that means is that basically they didn't want to get them Negroes that money. Look, I keep seeing this, and I keep seeing this, and I keep seeing this. Now, people are gonna keep trying to convince you that you live in a colorblind world now, and you just relying on old habits, and you just making it up and want to play victim. But can you please tell me where in the world someone gets awarded something from the jury? The jury has spoken. Boom, $53 million for you. We awarded, and the judge said, "Nah, let's change that. let's overturn that. We don't need to do that. Take less, or go to trial again." So how you go from 53 million to zero? That is. I don't want Negro to have the money. Now T.I. and Tiny was fighting a big entity. It sounds like. So with GM, I think she said that's a big entity. And one thing I know is big entities is one thing and one thing only. That is your United States and one place. Put it like this: the entertainment world in Hollywood. The entertainment world in DC, the entertainment world in Wall Street, and all these entertainment world, because all this is entertainment. And entertainment is we put a pretty face and we put reasons and we superior because we do all these things that we hoard and we don't really know nothing, but we do all these different things to give you the illusion that the world is what it ain't. And what it really is that Negroes, you ain't getting no $53 million over no case like that. You're not setting precedent for no other black folks to come in, because we gonna keep taking stuff from y'all like we always do. That's what I hear. I don't know what you hear. Anyways, I digress. Moving on. Let me move on. I had to play that. And to be honest with you, this ain't the only time. This ain't just civil. This happened in criminal court. I just saw a brother the other day. If I could find him, which I know I'm not, because shoot, I am not organized today at all. We're gonna be winging it today, baby. It's Friday. But it was a brother in here. He got convicted. I mean, excuse me. He got good God, I can't talk. He got good God, what am I? Oh, he wasn't found not guilty on some charges. I forgot what kind of case it was, but he was found not guilty. And then the judge superseded the jury and said, "Nope, I'm going to find him guilty," and then sent the man to prison for years. I think he said he spent 7 years in prison. He said it got so bad when people was trying to give a call out, like they were trying to get people to hear this man's case, how in the world a jury finds him not guilty, and then the judge just overturned it because he feels like it. They started moving the man around the country and hiding him. His family, a lot of times, they didn't know where he was at. This is crazy. This is the lengths these people are willing to go to just basically. That's why I always tell people all the time. I will continue to say, you can tell me till you blue in the face. You can tell me till you want to all day long that there is, you can get your status correction and all it is, you don't understand the law. F that. Nope, that don't make no sense. Because these people move the goalposts. As soon as I understand and figure out what they got going on, it's the first moment they're going to just move it to another spot. That's what they always do. Don't act like this ain't the world we live in, because it is. It is what it is. What else is in here?
What's the name of like the company that's going to build the data center? Mm-hmm. And then also, how many data centers have the company built, and what's the overall impact on the community's environment and the people that
I will tell you who I won't work with.
Okay. So for the people who don't know what's over here is happening is that Fisk University has been going back and forth with the people of that area about putting a data center there, and they are just up in arms. Again, if you've been watching the channel, I bring this up pretty much every week, at least once. These data centers are becoming a thing, and they're becoming an issue, and they're becoming an issue on purpose. Let me get this straight. Let me make sure everybody understands what I'm saying. These data centers are on purpose, and they're gonna keep coming. If Fisk blocked it this time, don't worry, they'll be back in 2 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, and then they're just gonna do it. They're gonna figure out a way to get in, and you are not. You wanna know why? because that's the plan. Again, you do not get a 2030 agenda, a 2050 agenda, a 2080 agenda. You don't get that unless you got a plan. Another example, they're turning LA basically into a smart city. I saw a whole campaign a few years ago about how it was going to become one of those close to 15-minute cities almost at one point. I was sitting there thinking to myself, well, you know, the only way you're going to get there is if you plan for it, and then you're going to have to make that, i.e. fires and stuff randomly all over the city that people can't afford to put. But anyway, allegedly, you know what I'm saying. So what I mean is that these people got a plan in play. All it is they got us running around here fighting like we make some decision. All we doing is becoming, you know what, the general population, you, I, me, every one of y'all, we are nothing more than a symptom to what they want us to do. We are running around here just at they beck and whim. They say, look, we're going to, and I always say this too. I love them Western shows. Like I like Yellowstone. I eat a hat. But I watch Yellowstone. And one thing you can see, they be herding animals and over here and there. That's just us. That's humans. We get herded into a certain direction, herding into a different topic, herded into a certain way of thinking. They just move us around and we just fight amongst each other. You don't think that inside them little herd, when they be herding sheep and herding cows and all that stuff, that them cows and stuff don't be in there fighting each other, talking trash. Did you get out my way? I'm gonna be on the left side. No, I'm gonna be on the. No, they in there doing it too. You know we better grade a cow than y'all. We lean meat, y'all fatty. I don't know. I digress. But no, it just they gonna happen regardless. But I hate to hear that the people have to go through this.
After weeks of growing opposition, emotions are spilling over. Fisk University hosted its first town hall on a proposed data center.
It's a community that has been hurting for decades, being dumped on by landfills.
You know what though? I'm tired. You know what I'm tired of? And this just may be me, but I'm tired of getting in these town halls and please understand the community. They don't care. They don't care nothing about us. They don't care nothing about what you thinking. They don't care nothing about what you care about at all. All they know is that this is what we're going to do and you better just get in line. And anybody who gets in the way big enough that it causes enough of distraction, we will figure out a way to eliminate that, whatever that means. It could be taxes, it could be, you know, it could be pum. We could the upper room, you could go there. Excuse me. You could be the upper room. That's just, sometimes they don't realize that's not always the first resort. Sometimes just demon out the character and we don't ain't have no problem. So that may become a thing. So it is what it is. You'll see. We'll figure it out. But that's what I was saying for them town halls and things. I hate it for them because it's coming. And I obviously from what happened and what I'm reading and understanding, it's not just the data centers are taking the resources there. They're having effects on the community, on the air quality, things like that. So it ain't no telling. Here we go, and we just gonna be fighting amongst each other. Why nobody listens. What else we got in here? Not to sound bad. No, look, you know what? Before I move on, I'm gonna move on to a better topic. I promise y'all, it's Friday. We're gonna keep it light. This right here is light, but not light. This young boy, I don't know for the ladies, just give me 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna get back into some more gender neutral conversation. But I gotta speak to this. The Boston Celtics just traded Jaylen Brown. Now let me say, for the fellas in here, you understand what that means. That means that your MVP player, not saying Jay Tatum ain't that dude, because he is. But Jaylen Brown's that dude too. So you got this man, $300 million. He speaks well, he carries himself well, he carries himself with dignity, he's a baller, he's a leader, all that. And you traded him away for a guy who is 6 years older than him. No disrespect to Paul George. But with an equal contract, that's the kicker, an equal contract. So that means you got rid of a superstar who is just entering his prime versus the dude who's out of his prime, and their contract's the same, and you got 2 draft picks out of it. No, that means you wanted him gone. What about Jaylen Brown that I just described made him sound like a prop? Nothing. It's just, to me, boy, I'm gonna tell you the lengths that these people will go not to empower a independent, conscious thinking man of his own culture and of his own self-respect. That type of man is just a problem. He got to go. It's just something about him rubs me wrong. Now, if you go over there and I can't be rude. I love TikTok. Let me say it with love. I'm learning to, when you own here, what you have to do is you have to say what you want to say, but you do it in love. So I want to go over there and grab a lot of them NBA players, especially the ones with them podcasts. And when they be saying things about race, reality, and things, and you see why they be just taking loving with love a contract that's not so favorable to them. Why they do that? Why do you take a contract that's not so favorable? Football players, why do you let them run your head into the ground and it's not even a guaranteed amount of money? Side note, what happened to Chris Johnson, man? Poor thing. Go look the story up. I don't want to get sidetracked. But I said all this to say that Jaylen Brown's a major student, and I'm going to tell you why they didn't want Jaylen Brown there. This little young man, I'm ready to play, lets me know this is why they didn't like him. This little black boy. Hold on, I'm going to play it I'm going to let y'all see it on TikTok for a second, so be looking.
You gonna be happy for him and celebrate him? Yeah? What do you want to say to Jaylen Brown?
I love you so much, and you mean a lot to me, and you are my favorite player in the whole NBA.
Oh, baby.
And thank you for everything that you have done with this healthy. Thank you.
Baby.
Oh, I can't even show y'all.
I'm sorry. Come here. Come here, Papa.
Can you put this in the mail for me?
I will. I'll put it in the mail for you, baby.
Can you do it today?
Okay, I'm sorry. First of all, that little young man broke my heart because he was heartbroken. But see, to me, how often does a young man get to see somebody on TV, for us as a people looking at it, that is this positive as a Jaylen Brown, and then he connects to him and now he gone. Now I get it, that's what happens in sports. But I think he's out of Boston solely because he is too positive. He's not a negative. And for somehow, some way, football players, basketball players, as long as you have some type of checkered pad, you can pretty much do anything, slap up on somebody, whatever you choose to do, they're gonna find a spot for you. But for some reason, a brother who is just, I think for myself, I'm going to be about this, I'm going to be about that. And I'm not just talking, I'm serious. I put money where it is. I donate millions to this. I build this. They go say, oh, he has to go. He has to get out of here. Don't let them people fool you that they want you to do better. Every time you do better, they tear it down. Excuse me, allegedly. I love TikTok shop. Most of the time, let's just be honest, it's just the black people. They just all want to sell those narcotics, even though they're a record label. Sell the narcotics even though they own a gun store. Sell narcotics because they own jewelry stores. And they just want to all sell narcotics out of it for some reason. Hit the like button. Share the live, people. Let me go and get into the main topic since I am. Hold on, let me say one more thing. Let me do it before I get there. Is there anything else? Yeah, let me get into the main topic. Let me pull the chat around first. Hold on. Hit the like button, people, if you ain't did it. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Hold on one second. Come on, thing. Grab it. There we go. I appreciate you guys for coming on in. The Chit Chat is Friday, man. Let me know what you're feeling like. What you got going on in your life. Drop it in the comment section. I do want to hear. Let's talk about it. What you got going on? I ain't got much going on. I don't mind talking about anything. We got you about the next hour or so. Appreciate you, people. Let's go and talk about it. So look, what the main topic of the show is that it's going to be about, I heard, what's my lady name from What's Happening Now? She was Roger's wife. She played in Strictly Business. She was Wayman Tinsdale III's girlfriend at the beginning of the movie before Miss Berry stepped into his life. Right? Help! I just remember that. I don't go see the movie. I don't know if you know if you saw the movie or not. But that's the lady. I can't think of her name. Ain't it Anne Marie or something like that? Something like that. But Anne Marie somebody. I caught a video of something she said. Now I want to set the basis. What the main topic of the show is this. All right. let us be honest, black actors are already not getting paid what they are supposed to be getting paid versus their counterparts. That's not true. It is true, and it also applies to sports the same way. Yes, it does. You want to know how sports even a better way of proving it than the entertainment world is, and how do I prove it? How many times, fellas, do you turn on SportsCenter and do you ever hear that Tom Brady is going through a contract dispute? Peyton Manning is going through a contract dispute. Peyton Manning is thinking about Drew. What's his name? I can't think. Drew Brees is. I'm as you can see, I ain't watched football about 10 years. but you don't hear these guys' names going through contract disputes. You don't. But then it'll be another player who has been just touted as the best player in his position, the best this, the best that. I'll give you an example. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson did not have to have struggled to make the money that he had to make. The man's accolades, if he was 72,000 shades later, would have had this man the highest paid player in the league. He'll be all over Sports Center. He'll be all over endorsements. Everything this man can do is amazing. All he do is win. They get to the playoffs. I get it. They fell short. It happens. No one ever says Peyton Manning wasn't good enough. He kept falling short early in his career. Give a brother some time. John Elway, same thing. But anyways, I don't want to get tied up into that. I just want to say this. We know that they're not getting paid what they're due, and the proof is in the pudding. Entertainment world. How many times do you hear Brad Pitt, Taraji P. Henson, same movie. Taraji, they keep telling us, is top of the food chain, A1 actress that not only for black folks, white people know one love her too. Then explain to me how this lady can make 20 million, she make 100,000. What? What's that?
The fuck?
Excuse me, I love TikTok Shop. I forgot where I was at. I'm sorry, my bad. Good God, I don't know why I played that. So I'm gonna play this Anne Marie. I'm just saying this. We already act like that's not the issue, but that's not even the problem. She's gonna explain why it's even worse today. Let's go. Hold on, guys.
Let's say you do a guest star on Girlfriends, and it's a half-hour show. Your representatives negotiate a certain amount of money for you if you're able to, or you're paid the minimum that the contract provides, and then you do the show. The show airs. Everyone's really excited about it. You always knew that the show would rerun on the same network that it originally aired, and you would get I'll make up a number. You would get $1,700, let's say, for that rerun. They don't do that any longer for the overwhelming majority of shows. It goes directly to streaming. And streaming, you maybe get $27. So, and they can stream it over and over and over again, unlimited streaming 24/7 for the first few months. I think the formula may have changed, but still, when you go from ABC, the network, to abc.com or Hulu or any of the distribution platforms, the residual formula plummets. So you truly cannot make a living as an actor any longer unless you're part of that fewer than 1% who have been fortunate enough to be part of of huge hits. But 95% of our union is continually unemployed. Let's say you do a guest.
Wow. So she said 95% of them are unemployed. Wow, I know, right, Fatherhood? My God. So you're basically saying, hit the like button, share the live, just tap the screen, share the live. Let's get these numbers up. It's Friday. They're basically telling you, these people literally are just doing it for fame. You're doing it for fame. You're doing it for the hopes that you are one. They said look, if you think making the NBA, was hard, try being in a superstar in Hollywood. How do I know this? I say this all the time. If you have one person, if Tiana Taylor is in 3 movies that are all at the movie theaters in 1 year, means that she was the best actress out of 62,488 people. And that's all in person. God knows how many people auditioned online. But she got the same job. You know what that tells me? That tells me they pick people, they don't listen to no one else. Have y'all seen this thing that they have now, a software that when you upload your resume, that the AI grabs it, and if it basically doesn't fit the narrative the company's not going to select, they basically discard it out the way. You don't even make it into the pile, but they'll send you a letter like guys, you were such a top candidate, but we had to go in a different direction. But they don't even see it. It's all a game. See, I think actually back in the day, I will say this much to you. I do believe maybe back in the day, maybe the 80s, maybe the early 90s, you had a shot. Today is nothing. It's totally different. It's Friday for me. I'm off tomorrow, Kim. I'm sorry, my friend. So what I'm saying is that, but now, no, everything's picked. They pick everything. They take think about it. Just truly think about it. When when was the last time you sat back and you got excited to know a movie was ready to drop? Now, I'm not saying that some don't come out that you like this. Oh, that was pretty good. But I'm talking about other than maybe Bad Boys recently, I don't think the culture really got excited for anything. Like, they've already ruined Black Panther with the second one. So nobody's going to be excited. They're doing a third one, whoop-de-freaking-do. People are going to go see it, but they're not going to give it the first movie energy. Now, I didn't do a show yesterday, Kim. I didn't do one yesterday. I was basically yesterday, I'll tell you, and I get back in subject. Yesterday, still trying to work this music thing out so I can give it to you guys on a more consistent basis. But we'll get there. I'll talk about it later. But no, I think in this business, she just proved it when she put that statement that basically now, look, music, sports, entertainment, they have freaking z'd these people into giving your intellectual properties and music and entertainment, your body and sports. Sports is lucky enough. And they're lucky enough to at least make, and don't get me wrong, they even have systems in place to take money from those guys. They do. They have systems in place that basically say, nope, let me get most of that back. And see, they don't even see it coming. And people say, because people blame, let me give these players some love. I'm going to tell you this, why. Any person like me knows that when you go from nothing and you make a little something, you can make a few boo-boos on how you go about your paper because you ain't never dealt with that type of money, and myself included. But I've noticed this, that even NBA players, same thing. You're taking children, like especially NBA, these are kids, 19, 20-year-old kids. Most of them are coming from broken homes already, so that means they were good at what they did, so all the people around cloaked all their bad behavior, things like that, because people were all making money off of them. And when they get to the league, they pretty much say, good, you're on your own. Other than your agent, your manager, this and the third, those people still make eating off of you too. But everybody's sucking off of you. No one's taught you financial literacy. People say, the league has a course. The course ain't good enough because too many guys are still doing it. Obviously, it's not good. So what I want people to know is that these people, even in the NBA, and outside of that, why are they paying taxes in every state that they play basketball in? So if the New York Knicks go to California and they play in California, now they have to pay taxes in California. They go to Texas, they have to pay taxes in Texas. Every state, just because they're designing those guys to lose their wealth. Class, is that another thing? If a guy's holding a $50,000 a month running expenses, and don't judge them, because most of the time these people are taking care of their entire families. So $50,000, especially in today's world, ain't a lot to sneeze at when you're trying to get people into decent amount of living. If you holding a $50,000 a month running, but you making $500,000 a month, I get it. Makes sense. What happens when you don't make $500,000? That $50,000 is still coming. Most of those guys do not have the know-how, the wherewithal, the intelligence, or anything else to be able to tell people, y'all may have to scale it back because I got to scale it back. Nope, they just keep doing it till they run out. All this is a system. Because if you think about it, we love them. We doing icon awards. Lauryn Hill just got an icon award. Love the icons. We love them. We love them. I agree. It's amazing. I do. Yeah, it's great. Until what? Until it's time to pay them. Then all of a sudden, I don't want to pay them. Mind you, everyone knows allegedly. This is allegedly. I believe it. It's allegedly, people. But what's going on with Michael? You know what happened with Michael. That was now on the up and up. Because as soon as that man's not here anymore, they went straight after that man catalog. Give it here. You say what here? Yeah, but within 4 to 6 years. Yeah, and that's the way it's designed. They designed it that way. But they took that man's wealth. It's not ironic that Prince, who this man, again, if you don't have your own paperwork in order, he won't even work with you. This man don't have a will? No. And then they swept Prince is under the rug. It was just, I'm like, oh, Prince died. Oh, let's move on. Let's get out of here. It was really quick. They paraded Whitney around. The Prince we kind of glossed over. And no, I just know, hey, Eddie Griffin said it best. You don't get out that business clean. And see, y'all don't realize the whole game is, this is why my normal people that's in here, you know I preach it all the time. We're gonna have to learn that there ain't no other way around it. Either you gonna fund yourself or you gonna fall for everyone, because no one's gonna put you in front of them. No other group is gonna say, yeah, let's take care of the blacks first. No, you better figure out a way to do it. Classic example. I said this all the time. Them ladies that keep crossing the nail line to go get them Asians, and you can't stay on code for nothing. You the problem, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm in Atlanta. Every woman I know is either an esthetician or a nail tech, or a nurse, or a realtor. These are the professions. I know 72 women in this profession, and every one of them, I know 1 million of them. So you ain't no excuse why ain't nobody, them black girls shouldn't have been took the industry over in the first place.
Shit.
You know? I love TikTok Shop. So, but no, it's just, and I can tell in this business it's getting worse. So now, let me get back to the task here. So you're basically saying that at the same time all this is happening, they took the money. Because remember, before, the game used to be, let's go into syndication. If you were in television, you make 100 episodes, you go into syndication, that is a check for the rest of your life as long as that thing is on the air. Boom, boom, boom. It made sense. So everybody got that. And then that's changed, and then changed it again, and then now everything's streaming. And let me say this about streaming before I finish, because I'm gonna forget this point if I don't. Streaming is on purpose. Streaming isn't just because of the convenience. Streaming is just because, again, I'm gonna keep preaching this. If they said 2030 agenda, meaning you will own nothing and be okay with it. I think everybody took that as just housing. It's not just housing, it's everything. Everything. So that means you're not gonna own anything. How many DVDs do you own? How many CDs do you own? How many physical freaking books do you own anymore? I love TikTok Shop. How many? Because we're all doing it inconvenient. We're conveniently doing it, and that convenience is messing us up at this point. So it just, but anyways, but back to the streaming. So now you're talking about, they're giving you basically pennies off the table. Now and I'm gonna tell you before I even say that, when T-Boz said that they generated 75 million records and they walked away with a $50,000 check, there is no, people like, oh, that's their own fault. No, it's not. These women don't know what they're doing. And these are the people around there saying that when you join a record label, they sell it to you like this: welcome to the family. You're one of us now. Some of them give you something like a chain to wear to make you say, I'm a part of the family. So of course, what do you think of a young, naive black person from the projects that don't know nothing, get told all that stuff, and everybody says, you're just amazing? If you're a singer, if you sing and they crying, that, oh God, we're so happy you're with us. You're not thinking that they ready to rob you blind. Now, I get it. At this point, we're going to have to learn a little better. These 360 deals and all this stuff makes no sense. I agree. But I also understand when all you are is in your own neighborhood, can't get out, have no way out, have no hope. Look, why are we acting like there's a bunch of options for black people? These kids can dream great dreams and they in war zones that you say they live. I don't even think they war zones, but when you live in an impoverished neighborhood, war zone is how they sell it. It's not that, it's impoverished. When you go into a hood that is impoverished, you know what I'm talking about, the grass don't grow. The corner store is making all the money, but ain't nothing in there of health. There's more alcohol being sold than fruit in the neighborhood. You know the neighbors I'm talking about. They devoid this neighborhood of any type of love, any type of support. When they leave us like that, why do you think kids are in there dreaming these amazing dreams? They're not coming out of that like that. You're going to only try to be what you deem to be successful. That is why I say the entertainer and the ball player is unfortunate, because they give the illusion that this is success over here, and now you're finding out they don't make any money. They use the buffer people. This is what people don't understand. I need to do a whole episode just on buffers. Don't tell me about Oprah, don't tell me about Tyler Perry. That's how I know racism did. That is called a buffer. NBA players a buffer, but you see they even get the buffer. Give me that. Oh, 46 years, give me that money back. Thank you. You did your job. It was amazing up here, wasn't it? Now go back to the projects. That's what they're telling them. And I don't think people understand that. And see, this is the importance of your own economy. It's not just about being right on, brother, sister. No, you're never gonna gain any wealth. Look, let's just tell you the truth. 2 ways you're not gaining wealth, black man, black woman. The reason why. 3 ways. 1 is the obvious, you're underpaid. 2, the next one is them people with the 3 letters, the Irvin Eister. You know who I'm talking about. Them folks that gives all our money which way we coming. They're taking your wealth. They're taking 35 to 37% of your income. Meaning, if they didn't have them places taking your taxes, 37% of your income would still be with you. That's all the money they get to them. That's your wealth. That's your income. That's why you're broke. And I forgot the 3rd. I had another one, but it went away. But those 2 are valid. And I don't think people understand this is what's going on in the world. The whole game is just to make you believe that they're giving money to you. You're not getting anything. We're renting in it. We rent money at best. Classic example. I tell people all the time I started doing a lot better right before COVID hit. So I got to get to taste the decent life. Oh, life is decent up here. It's beautiful. Fresh fruit and it's amazing. COVID hit. That fresh fruit was too expensive. I said, what is that mid-green fruit like? Because they took that stuff fast. That money go out of here fast. Like, go to the grocery store now. If you want to think you balling, go to the grocery store. You ain't balling. Grocery store. You remember you go to the grocery store and I'm gonna tell you something I ain't seen in years. Oh my God, breaking news. Get ready to share the live and hit the like button. Follow the channel. I'm gonna tell you something that you ain't seen in forever. This should let you know this is a 5-alarm fire where we living in right now. No BS. When was the last time you went to the grocery store and you seen maybe a young Hispanic woman or a black woman or even a white tea woman walking around with 2 kids and 2 baskets full of groceries because it is the 1st of the month and she got her EBT card hit? You don't see that no more, do you? To buy that many groceries, you're gonna need 3 or 4 months of EBT cards. That's ridiculous how things done got expensive. These people are trying to break us. I have to tell myself, I go by the grocery store now, I be trying to go in there, just what's on sale, that's what I'm eating today. Oh, that's on sale, let me eat that. And then now when stuff on sale, not to get sidetracked, but then you eat stuff on sale, then you be like, is this spoiled? Look, let me tell y'all this too. Let me say this. I hate to get sidetracked, but we here. If you know me, I'm gonna go here, I'll come back. I promise you, I'm gonna come back to this story. Yeah, today was trash day at my crib, right? And this morning when I got up I always put out the trash right before he gets there. Look, I've had this watermelon on my counter. I did an Instacart and and they had seeded watermelons. I only eat seeded fruit. I said, they got seeded watermelon. I'll at least get this. I know there's probably chemicals all on it, but the best we're gonna get. So I ordered it, then the idiot brings me a seedless, right? So of course I'm not eating it. But it sat on the counter through 3 trash cycles. I just kept forgetting. And then 2, you expect it to rot. And by this time, I grabbed that thing this morning. She is still just as whole as the day that I purchased her. And I was like, this is ridiculous. What do you want to? Then you wonder why we out here can't think straight. This is crazy. You said, nope. Nope, nobody's selling them EBT either. Yeah, you're right about that. I swear to you, I hadn't thought about it. Ain't nobody running around like, I got some BBT cards for sale. I got some money. No, everybody needs it. Look, people, I hope you know it. Let's make it about everything. It's my Friday, as I was eloquently Kim like to let me know. What was I ready to say? Goddamn, I got sidetracked. Oh, Lord. I got sidetracked what I was ready to say. I can't remember what I was ready to say just then. My mind was all over like 3 different places at one time. Anyway, hit the like button. Share the live. I wasn't going to say, but let me get back on topic anyway. That's what my mind said. Get back on top. So I just think at this point, so let's talk solutions now. Let's talk solutions. I think at this point, what we have to do as black people is this. The entertainment world. Now, I'm going to say it to you, and you people take it and you share it with everyone else. You guys have to do it yourselves. And I'll give you an example for me. Big Ja that does the Lesbian Homie series. I think he does amazing independent work. So I purchased it off of his website. I don't even watch it on Tubi for free. I want to support him in the way that I can because I want to see this man succeed. I do. And I want to put my money where my mouth is. So if people out here are putting independent work, hell, that's what I'm out here doing, independent work. We're just trying to be independent because I don't want to do. If I blow up, if Big Ja blows up, if someone thinks like a black person and they care about other black people, you do know that's how we get put on. Like for me, I've had people work for me before. I'm always going to pay the fair wage they're supposed to be paid. And I don't mean what they get paid. And to be honest with you, I'll overpay if there's an abundance coming in. Because the main thing you can't pay for is loyalty, 1. 2, I know what it's like to work your patoot it off and not make it just because the system set the standard. Oh, minimum wage is X. I get it. But you and I know minimum wage ain't been an affordable wage ever. So this is, when they said a minimum wage, that was just white people way of giving you an illusion that they care. They don't. They said it's so low, that's not fixing nothing. And don't say, minimum wage done went up though. Yes, brother, but so has the inflation. This is all that happens. This is what happens. If we were here with the minimum wage, I mean, with stuff, and this was it, and this was actually how much stuff costs, as your minimum wage went up, so did the cost. That's what happened. And actually, this started happening. Because your wage didn't move, and that shit kept going up. See, that's the only reason why I think people, they keep changing the price points of everything. People to give the illusion that they're making more money. Like right now, Tyler Perry's a $1.4 billionaire, and he's been worth for it. No. Then if you go back a few years ago, that's a couple $100 million. 1.4 is just inflation. That's not real money to no more. That to them folks, and I'm talking about rich versus wealth. Being a billionaire, one billionaire is nothing compared to wealth anymore. They have moved the goalposts. Now, yes, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, yes, a billionaire was worth way more. What people like, class example, Jaylen Brown, $300 million. He sure did, but that's 300 today. For 10 years ago, they ain't the same amount of money. They're keeping you right on course. Remember, guys, all this stuff is psychological. They have done the math, research, the more research. They've done all that. They've done all that to make sure that whatever they're doing is going to keep them in the lead over you. So the main purpose of this day's episode is what the main purpose of every episode is. You as black people with me need to understand where we're at and what we're looking at. No more can you hide behind the veil that you thought things. I'm like you. I thought when I was ignorant to the way the world worked, I thought things were getting better. Because why? Because they showed me all those slave movies. Wow, we're not there anymore. They showed me people getting lynched. We're not there. Well, we are still there, but we're not there in those numbers anymore. Oh man, but I still thought that civil rights movement was a good thing, because it's not. No disrespect to my family. They worked hard. They just got bamboozled and hoodwinked. But out there in them streets fighting this, oh my God, my people fought for this. They did. That dog sucked them. These people have no conscience. So you getting dogs sitting in the water hole, that didn't move them. Believe me, that didn't stop nothing. No, what it was, they found a more effective way to control you. You know what it was? Y'all want to know this? Let me tell you this, so people don't understand why people like myself say that the civil rights movement wasn't a good thing. It wasn't because it was counterproductive. Now, I get the premise of why they did it. When you have someone terrorizing your neighborhood, coming in there, taking liberties with your women, doing things to your men, putting your men in trees, doing stuff to your kids, y'all getting terrorized at every turn, I totally understand. We got to stop this. So that's not what I'm talking about. Mine is this. With any merger, integration is a merger. Something has to go away from here. I used to have a cell phone, Alltel, back in the day. I'm telling my age, kiss my ass. I love TikTok Shop. Alltel got bought by Verizon. Alltel went away, Verizon stayed. Another example, Malcolm them said it best. If you have a black coffee, you, black man, black woman, I'm coffee. You drop that cream in there, you ain't coffee no more. And as they keep pouring cream, you become less and less coffee. That's where we at now. We milk water with a hint of coffee. That is not a positive for us. Now, I get it. Again, in good faith, they did it. We just didn't do it right. So it's our jobs not to do the same thing. The only thing that works is because we have proof time and time and time again. It is self-preservation. It is thinking as a collective. Every group that whoops up on us right now does it as a collective. Again, I always tell this to people. Even the country, when they import the people, they importing your people against you, they move them into an area. Hey, Ethiopians, you go over to Minnesota. Oh, Nigerians, you go to Houston. Ah, you got Ukrainians, you go. You're putting them in areas. Why? Because they know they're going to build as a group. Black man, I say, hey, you need to build as a group. Hey, you don't need to do that. Multiculturalism. Don't you want me multicultural? No. You're multicultural me out of my culture. Look, I always tell people I had a love-hate relationship with Anthony Mackie, the actor. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look him up. Anthony Mackie did an interview. One day, he pissed me off. It was about 15 years ago. I was watching the interview, and see, for me, about this time, 15, 20 years ago, I'm really getting into my own culture, falling in love with blackness. And I understand, listen, John Henrik Clarke, all these people, I'm understanding the importance of self and your own culture and teaching your other kids in inside of intellectual ways, things like this. And then Anthony Mackie on the interview, and don't hate on him, guys. This was just me. I was just hating. But he was on there, I'm multiculturalism. I love teaching my children about other cultures. And he said, I'll give you an example of how a week of my house goes. On Monday, we'll have Mexican, because I want them to understand what it's like to be Spanish. And then on another day, we'll have Chinese food, and we are doing this. And he went through his whole entire week. And you know what he missed? His own culture. He didn't even talk about it. What day did you specify to teach your kids about you? I tell you what got me around the same time. So this is not me being a hypocrite. I was mad at myself. So I was taking out on Anthony Mackie. I'm honest. Because this is around the same time my daughter, my knee baby at the time, my knee baby was getting into her preteen years. You know, this is a year they putting characters on the walls. That's still that era. They putting stuff on the walls. Oh, posters, this, that, that. I walked in this young lady's room one day, didn't think nothing of it before. Had been in this room 1,000,000 times. Looked on the wall with my new black eyes, and I saw nothing but Caucasian Nickelodeons and Caucasian Disney characters. And I said, oh my God, my daughter, she's asking her mother to put her hair, keep it bone straight. I said, oh God. I'm losing my child. Unbeknownst to me, I'm teaching my children to self-hate themselves. So from that moment on, we got black. I took them out. From that moment, I kid you not, that's when I started homeschooling. It was like, we got to change this. This ain't girl now. It's my age, my boom. This is the one. She that do. I had to get a hold of her though. I almost lost her. Woo. Get a hold of your kids before you turn them into coons. Like, but what'd you say? At this point, if they don't get up, we're gonna be left behind, Kim. It is. And I just honestly, I know if we don't fix it now, it's not gonna fix. But I'm gonna tell you. Let me get back to it. So, what I'm basically saying is this: black actors, we have too many outlets. We have too many ways to make money for yourself. What I mean is this. If they said Jay-Z snitched out, allegedly, all this is alleged, I don't know, I'm just saying what I heard. If they said Jay-Z told them folks, them little hat folks, that all them black labels was trying to get together to start their own distribution that was gonna rival them, and all they had to do was indict all of them and get rid of them, makes sense. But now, you don't need that distribution. The internet is distribution. So it is no excuse at this point that we are partnering with anybody other than the fact that you want to stay in the system. See, y'all don't understand. When you build what I'm doing, even though I'm a YouTuber and struggle streamer, go to 300 Radio and the #1, put it in, you'll see this big, beautiful face. It's a lot there. But even me, independent as I am, that means that's threatening, because if it ever became anything and it's independent of them, they don't control me. I can say and do what I want. I can say something that I want my people to hear. See, this is what they figured out. Let me say this about the civil rights. You know what they figured out in the civil rights movement? Them folks understood this. God, I shouldn't even be saying it. It is better to put them underneath us. Why? Because he who feeds you controls you. You had a separate economy, at that time. That's why we had clean food, clean neighborhoods, people striving to do better. Why? Because don't nobody black, without being interrupted, wanted to see other black people suffer. That was drugs that made them wanted to do that. That was getting weapons dropped in their community. That was making sure gangs got pushed against each other, did that. Those things is the reason why our community don't exist. It was all part of a bigger plan. Go read COINTELPRO. Allegedly, I love TikTok shop. Just bleep my mouth or something. See, this is all the game. My thing is, but this is still not a deterrent to say no. This is saying, even though you know it's how hard it's gonna be, you still gotta get up and do it. You still gonna have to try. And what I'm saying is that it's stronger if we do it together. Classic example, if 50 Cent is building a studio, if you doing it, I know he gonna do it, but I get it. You get to partner with stars. You get to put on stars. I appreciate you back. Heart you too. Hopefully that was a woman. If it was, I appreciate it. If it was a brother, right on, brother. Pick a different thing if it's a brother. I don't know if they got a fist, but I take a fist. Put a one up there for black first. Now, but seriously, if we're still partnering with these people, what it is that you do want to stay inside the system. That means you want to do the thing that is going to keep you in great graces with other people, is what you want to do. And I get it. Why rock the boat? I get it. It's easier to be like, I get it for Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry made it to a billionaire, right? And I get it. It's a little billionaire, but it's a billionaire. It's way more money than I'm ever sniff. So I get it. He got that. He get to throw his weight around with certain people. He probably get all the pussy he want. I can't believe I said that. My bad. Allegedly. So he gets to do all that stuff that he wants to do. And he gets to do it at the highest clip. With money comes options. So I understand that, but I just from the school, I'm sorry, I guess I sat with the scholars. I'm talking about through books, through entertainment, through old film, through things. I just sat with them. Those men, the John Henrik Clarke's ideology, even globally, the Kwame Nkrumahs, the Thomas Carrs, I studied them all. I have people that I admire, not just Black American, but even globally. Hold on one second. They gave me a puzzle. Hold on. See, they want to measure my momentum. There you go. And when I sat with those people, I watched intellectuals talk about community. And I always tell people, if you don't know who Dr. Amos Wilson is, that is the greatest man on earth. Miss Wright, I heart you back, y'all. That's what I see you now. I just noticed it. I heart you. So I don't know, don't get me wrong. I grew up on TV. So my mom and them set me down in front of the TV. I tell people all the time, don't laugh at me. I'm from the 80s, baby. My favorite superhero was not who you think. Wasn't a Arnold Schwarzenegger or Rambo or none of that. I wanted to be Axel Foley. I wanted to be Beverly Hills Cop. I wanted to be Eddie Murphy. That's what I wanted. Uh-oh, did I go away? Uh-oh. Chrome, let me know if I went away. I don't think I went away. But yeah, man. So, and I'm just telling people like this. So I guess I've always just gravitated towards being this way. And I just think right here, let me get back one time. I'm talking to y'all in the comment section. So I guess what I'm saying is this. Basically in this world, if we're going to survive now, that business, if we want to do it, because we have to get control of the image. And this is the perfect time. Like, there is nobody that can stop you. If you own a camera, if you own a way, if you just want to study, because mind you, courses on learning, you don't even need film school. I remember I was still writing then. This was probably 2011. They had a thing on YouTube at the time then called Film Riot. And all he basically did every week, they just basically post videos on how to shoot with your lighting, how to do this proper, how to get your crane, how to do that. It was just everything. We don't have any excuse anymore. And mind you, you get to take the lion's share of your money. We just have to stop allowing them to control everything. This is what I'm saying. I said this the other day. The NAACP, I don't care nothing about, because whoever them folks like, they like. They don't never pick nobody on their own. Y'all ever notice that? No one ever gets picked on their own anymore. We're not picking stars. Remember back in hip hop days, that's how hip hop worked, especially throughout the 90s. The streets validated whoever was coming up next. Oh shoot, it was like Tupac would be here, Biggie hit the string. Oh, you hear about that dude, and he doing this, and then he gets put on, and then you hear about this guy because this guy knows, it's a guy up there in Queens who did this. And you got all this happening like this, and then they get put on, and then Wu-Tang self-promote themselves to get put on. NWA self-promotes themselves to get put on. We validate them. Now it's the Southern Soul music. It's the King Charleses. We're validating these people. And all we have to do is stop allowing them to take it. We validate. If you don't if we don't co-sign you first, you don't get put in front of. I hate to say it because they do people like Drewski has been picked. I'm not saying he wasn't funny. I wasn't. I'm not saying that at all because I laughed a few times at some of the things he did too. And I do laugh at some of his skits. He pushes the envelope. So I have no problem with him. But I'm noticing the trend is different today than it used to be. Now it's top down. Oh, this person's gonna be the next big person. And we see it, the Lizzos. They tried to force the Lil Nas X's on us. They didn't know Lil Nas X was crazy. Allegedly. I'm sorry, allegedly. I'd love to take that shot. Let me. I didn't mean to do that. I did. Yeah, you can learn anything online now. Yeah, the Joe Jackson was funny. I did think it was funny too. I liked it too. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying we're not picking our people anymore. We're not hit. There's no more Master P's in the music business. And I get it, music is pretty much a lost art form or a Pum brand. But do you get what I'm saying? I always say this. This makes no sense to me. And you tell me if I'm wrong when I say this. How many times do you got to hear how much of a boss, or Kevin Hart, Will Smith, or Ryan Coogler, or just a whole bunch of black men that they just say, oh, these men are bosses and they own their own production company, this and third. And I be thinking to myself, then explain to me, why not every year you do not have a Kevin Hart mixed with a Mike Epps, mixed with somebody else? Y'all could do like Adam Sandler, but on steroids, and literally do a movie together every year that's different and pay for it yourselves. Guess what? You make all the money back. That makes no sense whatsoever that these people literally know how the business, like Eddie Murphy. If Eddie's not done and Eddie wants to work with other people, Eddie, don't work with nobody. Y'all put your money, say, hey, how much you can we put together, we put the budget together, we do this and the third, and this is how we pay ourselves. We pay ourselves with the residual freaking money. This makes no sense at this point, that you're literally talking about, you gotta be in good graces. No, you don't. If you are, that means that we are all mindless and believing that we can only like something that they like first. And I don't believe that to be so. I believe we've been tricked. We've been hoodwinked. We've been bamboozled. We've been told something ain't what it is, but I'm telling you, it's not what we think it is. Because and I would say to entertainment people at this point, what other thing do you got to lose? If you're making $27 in residual money, and she's saying it, I saw Michael Blackson showing like $4 checks, and some guy, he had a negative check. And I'm sitting there thinking, then somebody else, the check was worth more than the actual money on the check. And I'm sitting there thinking like this, these people getting this, and the movie itself still is worth, it's made $600 million. And I gave you my intellectual, and I made it special, and you giving me $4? No, entertainment people, if they're doing that to you, if this woman is saying that in 2026, I think it's Anne-Marie something, I just know her left, right, from Anne-Marie from Strictly Business. I think that's her name. I don't know. Roger's wife, what's happening now? For her to say that people getting little bitty checks like that and streaming is the thing that's happening, it's a reason why it happened. And even for us, like idiots, if we think about it, how many of y'all just like me probably end up paying more because you got to get every app? You end up paying more if you can't find a Fire Stick or something like that. But you end up paying more for this than you ever did for cable. For cable at this point. Because you got to have the internet too, just to run the cable now. And they run it. It's just, I'm learning that our job every day is to get up. We are the grease in the engine that is called the world. And your job is to get up every day and squeeze yourself dry until you ain't got nothing left, go home, replenish, and do it again. But at the end of the day, they give us, like I said, the Tylers and the Oprahs, and they tell us, you too can be special if we choose you. Because that's what the underlying is. You do realize that's in your subconscious, because this is in my subconscious. This world is predicated on, for black folks, did they choose you? Like, I applaud. I give kudos. Country Wayne, yeah. Kill that thing, boy. Make your money. Oh, I just say insulate yourself and hide it, because they coming for you. I know they is. You're doing too well. But I just want people to realize, well, we got to get there now. We're going to have to do that. But I digress. We'll see what happens. I'll say this. I don't think they really want real people to have real content. They don't want us to have real love movies anymore, guys. The reason why we don't have and like, I wasn't a huge Love and Basketball fan myself, but them people who love and basketball, and Love Jones and all them, you don't get them no more because they don't want you to have them anymore. When you go get somebody like a Lee Daniels, and this is no disparaging, it is, but it's not, it is. I can't even say it ain't. But when you go get a Lee Daniels, and your Lee Daniels job is to sit back and basically give you the most toxic, most weirdest, most this don't feel natural thing in the world, and that's what we got. We've been relegated down to watching. I just can't watch it. Side note, I give you the Love Island. I talked about a whole episode of Love Island the other day. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes because the toxicity is so freaking high. It's triggering my nervous system. The lack of accountability. This world wants to make everything wonky wonky. They need you to think, well, Dr. Amos Wilson said it best. He said, for the teeny tiny minute group of people to dominate the entire world, you have to make the other people literally out of their mind. This is damn near verbatim what he said, Dr. Amos Wilson, and it's so true. We're out of our minds and we don't know it. I said this, I'll give you an example. Watching Love Island, things like this, people don't realize this, is that when you watch these shows, or you doing any type of relationship thing, what's unfortunate for women, if it's 100-1 in a lot of places, 10-1 and 20-1, you know what's unfortunate for a woman who's putting herself together? Like, if you get yourself put together, I mean, this is what I mean. You drinking your water, doing your yoga, stretching, praying, meditating, you know what I'm saying? Setting boundaries and vision boards. You doing all that to get your life in order. And you're not just talking, you doing it. You know, some people just be talking it online. Some people truly living it, going through the struggles. For me, I cried today, was smiling the next day, don't know why I was going through it, but I realized, it's because I have abandonment issues. That type of thing. That woman that's going down that road, it's unfortunate for you. Because it's already 1,000-1 when you're already dealing with you trying to get a man. Then on top of it, the world, just like it does for you guys, it is trying to make us the most toxic versions of ourselves. So in turn, you being healthy, the world around you is toxic, you're going to be the outlier. No one's going to want to deal with you. Even when 2 people get together, they say, we love each other, we're going to do it the right way. They're going to do it so toxic because that's normal to them. Everything is upside down. So yes, it is unfortunate. I said the same thing about entertainment business. Y'all noticed that when you hit the pinnacle of success, you hit the Oscar status, you are now in rare air of acting. They tell the black folks, peace, thank you. You're out of Hollywood now. Thank you. You can never do movies again. The white person, they can go home, come back, go home, come back, go home, and they be demanding $50 million. Oh, it's Al Pacino. Can't even act that well. He didn't act like a Cuban to me, but that's neither here nor there. So it just, I'm watching our world, we don't understand it. So that means, classic example, when you're watching entertainment world, if you want to build black folks, y'all are so tired of being underpaid. We hear about it. We do episodes about it. Everybody talks about it. It lights the internet ablaze. People having a conversation about how much money black folks don't make in that business. Then when are you going to build it? I mean, really do. If you're going to build, if I hear Cat Williams got a studio and 50 Cent got a studio, then everybody needs to take their goddamn studio, let everybody know on their social media, and we need to go support them and only them. And then you guys give us real content. Hold on one second. Hold on. They gave me another one on my other page. Hold on, guys. You know how they like to mess with me. Hold on. There you go. So that's what I need everybody to do. Everybody needs to get on board and do that. But what we're not gonna see, this is what we can't do anymore. We can't do this anymore. I get it. I do it too. See what they doing? See what they doing? See what they doing? We can't. It don't even apply no more. At this point, just by doing that, we've lost. Because what's gonna happen is they have no conscience when it comes to us. Look, I get it. As much as you know a good one, a bad one that'll look out for you from time to time, you gotta realize it's not the individual, it's the system. Like now, I told people to get into the episode. My wrestling podcast has been basically banned for an entire week for, they said for bullying, and nobody said anything. I didn't say anything wasn't said, but an algorithm picked up on something it didn't like and basically banned, and then won't give you anyone to talk to. That's on purpose. I don't want you to be able to solve your issues. I need for you to keep feeding the algorithm. Because that's why AI is so smart. That's the reason why they allow us to have all this. This is the end game, guys. Newsflash. Once they think the thing is sentient and it can run on its own and it's going to grow on its own and it doesn't need people to build up and take all the information in to basically make a mind for itself. Once that's all said and done, they don't need it anymore. They're going to shut this internet down, meaning streaming is the reason why that's the only way. Do you know if they shut the internet off today, and if they would send the human race back in time because we wouldn't know anything? Remember, books are not even being produced anymore a lot of the times. Only at a need-to-know basis. Rest of the time, it's all online. It's all on a file. Meaning, if I don't want you to learn how to do surgery anymore, if I don't want you guys to know how to make your own electricity anymore, if you don't have a book about it, it's over. You're going into the dark ages. That's why I told you, I believe that's what happened. I don't believe in white people beat everybody. I think that they got a hold. If you've seen any movie where they got like a master computer, somehow, some way they took a hold of it and said, we got all the power now. Let's stifle these rest of these people. And it sounds right to me because that's what they really do. They figure out any and every way just to stifle you. Slowly but surely, methodically. You know that's why we lose, right? We don't understand the intricacies of how deep they're willing to go to beat you. We are very, and this is not in a bad way, but we are very simplistic people. Meaning, when we do things, it is straightforward, boom, boom, boom. But for some reason, no. With them, it's around the corner. You delude you. Got to do this trickery. I'll give you an example. You know, right now the Haitians are getting deported, unfortunately. And this is not knocking this, not me saying yay or nay, but they're getting deported heavy. And I was listening to a space the other day, and the male host that was just talking, and the lady called and she was Haitian. And she got really upset. She was like, "You guys have been very disrespectful to the Haitian race, and we built your nation." And she was like, "If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't even have Chicago. We built Chicago. We started building." And I was sitting there thinking to myself, those are things that I don't like. And that's why I say, too, information is key. And I had another point. I forgot my other point. I had another point I was going to make. But I'll just tell you this. She was wrong when it comes to that because Chicago was already here. So I had a different name. That man didn't build anything. Oh, that's what it was. These people were kind of confused. Now, they told you in the history books that a Haitian man founded Chicago. This is what the history book says. But in actuality, Shalaga has been on maps well before this man was supposed to have been in there, which was a castle city at the time. Look it up. I promise you, I'm not making it up. That's what it was. But they told you the story. Now, what people would say, that doesn't even make sense, because why would the white T-man give the credit to a black man from Haiti if he didn't do it? Because it confuses you. Because you don't know if to go left or right or up or down, because that don't make no sense to you, and it don't, and it shouldn't. It's the same reason why you watch a movie, you got a guy who's an agent, double agent, triple agent on top of the agent. You never know. You want to know why? Because that's how they move. I tell people all the time, when Barefoot Contessa on the Food Network is a CIA, FBI, something digit alphabet lady, she's one of them people, then you got a problem. That means these people are everywhere. Yeah, if you into Bibles, you better have a physical Bible. You ain't gonna have it no more. They're gonna alter the mess out of that thing. They already altered it anyway. They're gonna alter the piss out of it for real then if it's online. You do believe in the master theater. I believe so too. I believe that there is a hub that runs all of it, because mind you, it runs so fast. You've used AI. Ask it a question, boom, instant answer response. That means the hub of this thing is listening to me right now, and it ain't listening to me. If it needs to pay attention to what I'm doing, it does. If it just has the ability to be everywhere, anywhere at all times. That's what they wanted. That's what this is. That is why, for me, like you say, I am a fan of 90s living. If someone said, take away all the internet, give me the 90s living. I say this the reason why. This is because you can still get a cell phone. That's about best that you need, because I have daughters and I want to be able to have contact with them. But outside of that, you can give me everything else. I have my little landline. Hey, hold on. The cord don't reach that far. I will beat all that. Don't care. I don't need this world we live in today. Yes, it is very convenient. Yes, I like to be able to book something on my phone and have somebody deliver it to my front door. I love that. But not at the expense of where we're going. Not at the expense of my happiness, because I'm going to become an enslaved person to it. People, if these 15-minute cities take over, we're going to be enslaved to these buildings, to this place. They're already telling people, if you get inside these places, they're going to be, due to your carbon emission, they're going to make it to where you don't get to move unless you have to get permission. Don't give me a world where you making me have to have permission to move. That's my God-given right. Let me say something real quick, people. Can I say this? Can we go here real quick? Let me say this. They have convinced you, I say this all the time, that we do not have a world hunger problem. If you have a hunger problem, plant a female tree so people could just have food to eat. You're not gonna do it because we don't have a hunger problem. We have a greed problem. We have a control problem. We have a virus problem who basically says, I will sell you the fruit versus giving it to you, even though it grows out of the ground at an abundance. And it keeps reproducing itself. Don't get on TV with nice suits and with thousands of people and tell me I've donated millions of dollars to world hunger. Then plant a fucking tree. No, everything is a game. Everything sounds nice. Don't talk about the St. Jude's Hospital, allegedly. They the first one that popped in my head. Or the McDonald House for Cancer that popped in my head. But Ronald McDonald also got burgers that don't melt or mold in 30 years. You do know that the burger is the reason why they got the house. It's a coming and a going. Ooh, let me stop. Amen. Amen, people. Hit the like button. Share the live, people. I appreciate you. At this point, it's like, I get it. I don't know why everybody don't sound like me. Like, why are we even doing this? Yes, I love TikTok Shop. You said we love TikTok Shop. We do, Ken. I love it too. I love it. Woo. Where I'm at now, I'm telling people now, man, if we don't grab this thing now, because mind you, all the tools are here. While we still have a level of income, while we still have a way of being able to do something for ourselves, why not just do it now? Seriously, like right now, again, 50 Cent, if you hired Courtney Kemp, which is an amazing writer, I love that woman's writing. If you did that one time again, this is it, people. This is it. Let's tell the truth. It is, I want to open them. Let's just use the entertainment. I want to open and make my own movies. What do you need? Well, first of all, you need a studio. What do you need for a studio? Land. Boom. Get one. Bam. They even have towns for, excuse me, I love TikTok Shop. They have towns for sale. Buy the town, build around it. If you're just like a Tyler Perry, great. Tyler did it, great. He did it already. Got the land, got the house, great. Boom, pat it out there, great. What else you need? Cameras, got them, put them on there. Microphones, great. Lighting, great. Cool, great. Groundskeeping, whole night. You did everything to build the infrastructure. It's in place. Now, what do you need to do? We need scripts. We need scripts. Tyler, you don't write them. Don't do it. Stop it. We need scripts. Get scripts. Now, this is the time then you get to employ all of those beautiful people in the business that you've been wanting to work with. All the black people we say, the black writers don't get no love. Then why are we not employing them? Why don't we know of 2 or 3 or 4 of them? It's too many black people getting put on and not enough writers. We keep saying it, then do it. Put them on. There you go. Now you have a writing team. That's all a part of the team. Now everybody's getting paid to write scripts. Everybody, you get bonuses for writing hit successful content. Successful content means that your name grows. When your name grows, your money goes up. Your money goes up, your obligation goes up. So now your job is to build something else outside of it, but make sure money comes back here too, and you never disrespect it, and we never disrespect you. Openly. We ain't gotta always agree. Great. That's what we do next. How do you get the content out to the people? You get it out there. You put your own app. It's called Roku. It's called Fire Stick. You can put it on there yourself. I can do it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Put it right on there. The same servers that got BET all the way down to Peacock. They're using the same freaking Amazon servers. You use them too. Now, instead of you saying, man, I need to get on Stars, Stars, you gonna come over to his app, the 50 Cent app, or whatever it is. You gonna go over there, you gonna watch all that Tyler Perry content because you love him. That's what you're watching for. You have BET Plus because you want Tyler Perry Plus. And then the pizza, now, Tyler, you live BET, go to Tyler Perry Plus, you over there. You can say BET, you can say, hey, don't leave, because now nobody's watching these shows. You contact those shows, say, I can get your viewership back, you can come over here, but now you got to work for us. You are the talent, black people. We are the talent. And they've given us the avenue to produce it ourselves. We don't even need to produce it physically anymore. That means that I can right now, from my computer, where I am sitting at right now, in my studio right now, do you know I can stream to you anywhere in the world, anything that I want to, just by giving you a link. Anything that I have on my service, I can show to you guys right now, just by sending you a link. It can take me 5 minutes. I can send you a link. We can get off this line, off this server, off of here. You click that link, I can show you anything. And I can put it behind a paywall. So why does it make sense that none of these people that aren't working? They said 95% of them ain't making no money. None. Zero. But they get invited to the BET Award. See, that's for us to keep the illusion going. But those people in the audience, that's why that one girl, I know the ladies probably saw this. You saw the one lady, the people talking about because she had the Fashion Nova clothes. And she had on a Fashion Nova outfit. Of course she had on a Fashion Nova outfit because she can't afford anything other than Fashion Nova, just like the rest of us. There is nowhere to go in mass numbers for black people to make money anymore. They're giving industries to foreigners and then telling you that you're a good person for accepting them. And if you don't, you're bad. Hollywood has gotten so freaking diverse. I'm so sick of seeing dudes playing roles that don't make no sense. Look, what's that movie? It's a superhero movie. Now, the movie wasn't bad. What is the name of the movie? What was it? It was something, I can't think of the movie, but it had to do Paperboy from Atlanta in it. And he's a disgrace. Oh God. The roles that this brother played. But Paperboy if y'all know the superhero movie, he's a superhero in. Somebody put it in the chat room. I can't remember the name of it, but I saw the movie. But I'm sitting here looking at the people that they made superheroes, and I said to myself, they wouldn't have done this in the 90s. They would have got Will Smith. Will, go and put some meat on your chest. Will, go be a superstar. Go be you, Will. Now you getting Paperboy. You get, I call them, no disrespect to Lakeith, whatever his name is. No disrespect to him. But they keep making him a leading man, and I don't think he's a leading man. I don't see many leading men and women that they put in front of us anymore. I see people that they keep trying to make us like, and I'm not saying they can't do a good job. Another one, what's the deal with this because men don't have Adam apple anymore. If you know, a lot of men don't have them. But you ever notice that, what's the dude, it's a black guy, he was doing a wine tasting movie, and he got a real big Adams album. This dude is, and this is no disrespect, but this dude's not leading, man. Oh, let me say it with love. This young fella with love, because if I don't say it this way, they're gonna get me. This young fella with love is probably not conducive for the eyes and the audience of women's panties. And I see this all the time, ladies too. You give me a movie, and then class example, and this is no disrespect. I always say this to people. Don't just pick somebody in a movie just because you want to make it. Why? I get it. Y'all didn't want to pick a black American to play Nina Simone, who was all about being black. But then you go and get Zoe Saldana and then want to smother up. I do want to take Zoe Saldana with her beautiful acting self. I love TikTok Shop, and I want to tell her she did an amazing job of portraying something. It just wasn't Nina Simone. And then she get an award. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, man, I know that we can do this. It's so easy to be done at this point. They've given us all the avenues to do it. We just not taking advantage of it. And I'm going to tell you this why. You're going to say to yourself, it makes no sense. It doesn't. It makes no sense that Tyler Perry has to pop up on Netflix. Believe me, Netflix, Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart, all you people who keep producing more and more content on a regular basis like this, y'all do know that if you were on Amazon versus Netflix, it's gonna get the same viewership. It's the same thing gonna get if you put all your content on your own website. You're gonna get the same viewership that you were gonna get. And to be honest with you, you make it up, I'll take it back. You make it slightly less because some people are lazy, but you know who you're not gonna get? People who just hate watching it anyway. So what it's gonna be is that you're gonna get only the people who got it, but you're gonna still get the lion's share of the money. That's the difference. David Banner said it best. Banner said, he went multi-platinum with a studio album, Banner said. He said, I made less money off that album than selling 100,000 copies of the God Box on his own independent self. So the God Box made more money for him. Telling you, he took more money home. That's the thing. I think that we're drunk off with the celebrity and the fame. Everybody wants to be a star, but nobody's getting paid. And so then we're getting the illusion because then they're giving us reality shows like they living in mansions and then you find out they renting these homes. Everything's an illusion. What's going on? What's that about? What's going on about? Appreciate you for coming on in. But everything's just an illusion. You know it's all an illusion. None of this is real. So that means that other night when you saw the BET Awards, that means that all them people on there, you probably got Kiki probably making a little bit of money. Drewski is making a little bit of money. Who else probably making a little money was out there that night? Cube, of course, making a little money. But Cube had to be independent with a lot of stuff he did. Now, he even partnered with people. Mind you, I told people the other day, Ice Cube shouldn't even be doing that. It should be nothing to be able to get enough of your little black friends to go to the Jay-Z brunch. They say, hey, look, we need to pull our resources together and put this money into this league. Because you know how I know they should do that too? What do you hear all the time, people? Usher bought into the Miami Dolphins. I'm not saying these are really the places, but you get what I'm saying. Serena Williams bought into the Miami Jets and then the New York Jets. And then you'll say, LeBron James owns part of the LA Dodgers. Well, you're already that's investment money. So you investment for a return. So why are you not going to your own movies and putting your investment money there? You're feeding look, I'm going to say this, and this makes it sound like I'm a hater, but I'm not. Because if I had it, I'm going to do it. You are feeding the problem that you came from. There is no excuse why, like you say, you have a brunch every year and y'all don't do nothing productive for the very people who put you in the brunch. Yes, you got to do something strange with some change. You right, Kent. You got to put your pussy out all the time. All the pussy everywhere, all the time. And that's another thing. Well, don't let me go down there, Kent. So you ready to get me sidetracked? Stop. So I'm just saying, man, I just know at this point it's multiple reasons. And I get it. If you stick your neck out by yourself, they're going to blackball. But that's why you don't run it alone. You run it as a group. At those brunches, what you do is you get in those brunches, and what you do is you sit down and y'all talk strategies and things you can produce quietly. Put your cell phones down. Stop taking pictures. Have somebody come in, take a photo of you guys and leave it at that. Leave it all out. Y'all have quiet discussions about what you would like to do in your industry, which is affecting all of us, and you've made your wealth off of us. That is your responsibility because you don't want to keep, you're a big plug on reason why we can get people out of this. I always say this for people like Tariq Nasheed. People always say, oh, he's a grifter. No, the man produces whatever his desires. People like him to the point they want to support. You don't have to like it, but no one's doing it under a grift is, I'm going to give you something, but it's not going to be what I'm giving you. I love TikTok Shop. Did I say something? But he gets a lot of slack for it because he's making him out of the community. We all supposed to. We all supposed to make money off of our own culture. When you want to know why, then you'll be more loyal to your culture. See, if his whole family is off this culture that he makes his living, yes, he can be more loyal to the culture. You do realize if you got a person that's on TV that's getting paid by Paramount and getting paid by Chrysler and getting paid by this person, they're beholding to those people who makes the money or gives them their money. So instead of getting mad because they're doing it, you all supposed to be doing it. That's what you do. So let's look at it. This is why Umar got so much money. Agree or disagree at this point. But he got so much money is because we know we need a school. See, this is what it is. This is how I know that black people will support and do what we're supposed to. We've done it before. Tariq said in his mind, I want to do a museum. He opened it. The people will support it. The people still support it. So now we have an institution in our community in a city. If Umar had or does, I'm not gonna dog him. This is talk about it. If Umar ever opens the school, God rest his soul. If he does, if he opens the school, great. Now you have an institution in Delaware. Hopefully it's run well and it does well. But these things supposed to be fed off of us. Stop letting people tell you that it's the other way around. No, you don't go get sponsorship money. I remember Howard University, they said the Koch brothers gave them X amount of millions of dollars, and then they put the Koch brothers on the board. If you don't know who the Koch brothers is, look them up. These dudes have no good intentions for black people. So, and what I'm trying to teach people is that they convinced us. And then that's another thing. You ever notice? This is how when you know you're getting to be popular. When they start coming. When you start seeing the less of you around and more of them are around, they done already got you. If you refuse to let them surround you and swarm you when it comes to you won't get stifled. All of a sudden, you was gonna be the next big thing. Now you ain't the next big thing no more. You wanna know why you ain't the next big thing? Because you have to run through their system. Run your own. Again, we had it before. It was called the Chitlin Circuit. The Chitlin Circuit made stars. Muddy Waters was a Chitlin Circuit star. What do you want to be when you're a superstar, young man? I want to be a brother to get all the girls, travel the world, do some things. That's what Muddy Waters did, and went broke to another one of them folks just like we always do. We let them in and you saw what happened. I'm telling you people, only way we're going to do it, the only way you're going to get a fair wage is going to have to be an abundance for us. See, where we're at right now, we're expecting black people who have something, they can't feed us all because then they're going to have scarcity. And then no one's going to scarcity themselves to feed you. But so what we need in our community is an abundance right now. Appreciate you. We need an abundance. And if we got an abundance, guess what we are going to do? We're going to want to pay each other more. I'm telling you guys, the world that we want to create, all it has to be is a short sacrifice to come up. But you're not going to get around the sacrifice. Really, if you look at life the way it is, life in general is very much that. It's one way. You're going to have to balance it out. If I want muscles, you're going to have to go to the gym and suffer some pain physically. If I want to have an amazing relationship with my woman, you're going to have to suffer some hard conversations that a lot of people can't sit in those things and have and come out on the other side. Those are hard. It's a balance to it. You're going to always have to be willing to and always be down to do the balance. If you ain't willing to do the balance, it ain't going to happen. You can't cut a corner. Now, I get it. And I'm not saying Tyler cut corners, but I'm going to use what a corner cutting is. An example of what I think corner cutting looks like just by signing with them people. Kevin Hart, as our grown little man hit, his superstar was going just like this. As soon as he got with them folks, his jokes were tailored to them. Nothing really worked anymore. And his celebrity started coming down. They're not just discard of him. So I say cutting that corner, but see, then you have other people. Like you guys hated or love Beyonce. And I'm not saying Beyonce didn't give money to a whole bunch of other people. She did. But one thing, she's an outlier because you can tell she kept working. As long as you're willing to put on the whole show, the people will always support you. People will go to bat for you. People will fight for you. I'm going to give you an example. Remember when we had the barbs? Nikki's barbs ain't as big as they used to be no more. Her barbs has got a little tiny bite because she decided to crap on half her barbs. You stay true to your people, they're going to stay true to you. I promise you. Prince, I was talking about Prince the other day. This is a classic example of what I mean. I was talking about Prince the other day. I said, Prince, I give him a pass. If anyone else wore some backless pants, I can't say what I want to say, I would have instantly put him in the something broke category. You can't come out of there ever again in life. But with Prince, we give him a benefit of the doubt. We do. Why? Because he stayed true to the culture. The way he decided to do, the way he ran his life. And I'm not talking about his sexuality. I'm picking about that part. But we rolled with Prince, even though Prince was an odd fella, because we ran with him solely because he rolled with the people. Michael, even though Michael turned his whole face fell off at some point. And no denigration. I'm not trying to denigrate. I love TikTok Shop. But even though that happened, Michael, you could tell in some of his actions, he still gave a fuck. Whoop. Uh-oh. I love TikTok Shop. Sorry. He cared a lot for the people. That's what I'm saying. That's all you got to do. To be honest, I'll give you another example, even more relevant today. Let me calm down. More relevant today. Icon Prince was. Even like Corey Holcomb was it took so much to take Corey Holcomb out, so far as his popularity goes, is because that 5150 audience is built in. And like Corey got passed at the and like I said, and you can hate it or love it, I still watch it from time to time, but like you say, it don't have the same flair, but I think too, everything runs its course. But when you have a built-in bass, you can pretty much, as long as you don't leave your bass, the bass rocks with you. Don't let people tell you that black folks leave. We won't. The reason what it is this. We had to stop falling in love with people who that fall in love with themselves. See, Umar can't produce the school because he loves himself. He loves himself and his own desires more than he do the kids that I do believe he originally came into the business wanting to fix, wanting to help. I do believe he did. But I believe too, after so much, man, can you imagine? Mind you, one thing I know about women is this. You got any level of intelligence, any level of, especially you ain't gotta look worth a damn. There's gonna be something out there that's gonna get quite most. She's gonna get quite most for you. I love TikTok Shop. And so for him, some man who has no discipline in that area, and I always tell people this too, you can tell when a person's disciplined just by how they carry themselves. And like you said, Umar, unfortunately at times you can tell just by the way he carries his weight, I can tell he's very undisciplined when it comes to that. And so it's very hard to take someone serious in one way of being disciplined if they're very undisciplined in another, because discipline is something, it's not something you kind of handpick. It's something you have to have across the board. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm disciplined this way, I'm disciplined this way, I'm disciplined that way, but you got to have some of it. And we all fall victim to it. And I'm not here to judge. This man was able to get to do something I was never been able to do. He's at a producer at a level I'll never be able to get to. Again, I know, but I also know that my own thoughts and opinions about the people is pure, and I love my own folks, and I want to see us do better. I truly do. And I think what we get in now, we're just stuck at a spot now that we are so deprived on resources. And when I mean deprived, people are making like I heard this. Oh my God, I saw this today. Matter of fact, people are. And let me see if it's in my list. People are renting. Well, they're getting payday loans for groceries. So I know there ain't no money. People just, I ain't got time for no scams. I ain't got no time for this. I ain't got time. People ain't got it. I get it now. It makes sense to me. I know that's what it is. And I just, at this point, I hope my people know that it ain't gonna get no better no time soon. I don't think it's gonna get any better. So the only thing that's gonna make it better, we're gonna have to do like everybody else's community. I had this whole video, side note, I was gonna play for y'all that basically talks about this little black boy who's a rapper, who he said he was gonna go into one of them little hat places they be going to pray. And he was gonna get some support from them because they make so much money off of us that he know they're gonna want to support his rap career. It was so funny that them people don't get nothing about it. They just want their money off of you. But I can't even bring them up. That's another thing, Tim. Look, I don't live in the play world. Play world, they got us out here basically not saying things that we want to say, keeping us from saying things we would normally say, what we would say out loud. You know what I'm saying. I can't even say it. I can't even say it now. I want to say so much about them folks, but I can't. Anyways, but that's all that I want to bring up when it came to today's episode when it comes to that. Let me see if I got anything else. Man, that was the main topic. Let me see if I got anything else before I let y'all go. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. It's my Friday. I told you. I may get on here tomorrow, guys. It's a slim smitchy chance. So if you here today, I always tell people, if you're in the room, you better go and hit the follow button now if you want to see the beautiful face of mine again, because they ain't going to show you to me again. I promise you. They never do. I promise you. They show you once, and they'll never bring you back. The algorithm makes no sense whatsoever. Let me see, what else we got here? Anything else in here? I heard that little boy. I saw this little beautiful video. I would have shown you guys, but my thing is messed up, so I can't. What is this right here?
Who are you talking about? I'm talking about people who...
No, hold on. Let me see what else I got. Let me see what I got, guys. Let me see what I got. Because I have a whole bunch of stuff I ain't never get a chance to talk about, you guys. Quick question. Look, let me put this up here. I'm going to put this up here. Have you guys seen that little video? No, I ain't going to do that. Because nobody cared about that. It took the whole conversation in a totally different direction. Let me see. What was it? I had a couple things here. All right, I got a situation here. Y'all, no, I don't even want to do that either. That's, no. I'll say this. The last thing I'll say before I get out of here. Y'all did catch the whole thing with India Arie. She basically said that new song by Young Miami. Basically, and I quote, she said, "It's a shame not all of us want to be free." And I remember, because I remember at the awards show, them girls, when Young Miami came out, that song came on, them women were like, ah. Man, they don't let the Ratchetville take over. And I said, how do we go from brown skin to what's that? Spin that. Hey, the world we live in. Anyway, let me get my patootie out there. I got another podcast to shoot today. But again, I probably I may come back on tomorrow. Again, if you haven't seen it, I appreciate you guys for showing up. Look, guys, let me tell y'all this. Look. Every day they bring me a brand new crop of people mixed in with my regulars. And I appreciate my regulars, but by you guys sharing a lot more than anything else helps grow the channel. Because otherwise, even if you show it to one person, they're not going to ever let it go organically. And I also know how we work on the internet. See, they suspend the gifts. It's crazy. Like even now, just to put my social media handles up, I said, let me test this. And I put my social medias at the bottom. They said, now they got to suspend men and gift giving in the process. They say you don't get no love on this thing at all. But good thing we ready to close it out. But let me put some music on for you guys. I'm gonna play a little bit of music for the family. I'm gonna play for everybody, and then we're gonna close out today. Again, I appreciate everybody for showing up when they did, because you didn't have to. So let me go ahead and get this music on here. Put this right here. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Trying to get everything queued up. I'm gonna put this music on for you guys. I'm gonna play some videos today, guys, for you guys. I'm gonna play some videos for you. And starting next week, brand new playlist of songs. I wanna get you guys' opinion on it and everything, because we're gonna be doing that next. It's gonna be next week. So definitely be prepared for that. I got a whole new bunch of music. The music we've been playing these last couple of weeks is going on the album, and we're gonna have it up for everybody. You're gonna love it. But we'll get there. I'll tell you guys about it. Let me go ahead and get everything queued up. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Kim. Appreciate you. I always love that you show up. Miss Wright, I appreciate you for showing up. Who else in there? Big, appreciate you for showing up. If I miss you, I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. But anyway, let me go ahead and get this on here for you guys. And again, I appreciate you for showing up, and I'll catch you on the next one. How do I get this thing pulled up? Let me see. I think this is, hold on, because I don't even remember how to do my damn self. All right, so here we go. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later.
In my hands, see you slowly as I wake up. You're alive in my kitchen, like a radio anthem. Little crackle, little comfort. Every song I grew up on, you remind me of everything I never looked at twice till I saw it on you. Doorways, daylight, quiet room. Simple things can feel brand new. Every corner, every shadow too. You remind me. You remind me. You walk down my hallway like Sunday down the aisle. Every step a soft confession. Every glance a hidden smile. The line of your back every crease, every hook. You remind me of everything I never looked at twice till I saw it on you. Doorways, daylight, quiet rooms. You remind me how simple things can feel brand new. Every corner, every shadow too. Like a porch light left on, like a key on the table, saying this is where you belong. The way you lean on my pillow, like a coat on a chair, so casual, so certain, like you've always